Ah, man, yeah. It's your boy, Bowels Movement '08. Bring you another video. Before I begin, real, real bucking talk. Alright? It's a new group it's the group probably is less than a month old on Facebook. This group is new. I think it's better than the previous ones that I was in because I can post. That's number one. Because the previous groups, I I would have a post waiting to be approved for like 24 hours, and I'm like, well, y'all got all these admins in the group, and y'all not approving none of the posts. So I was just sitting there waiting for my post to be approved, and the shit just never happened. So I said, what's the point of y'all having all these admins and nobody is checking the post or nobody is approving the post? So I left the group. I was gone for a little bit and I came back. I tried to post again. Same shit happened. And I'm like, the admins could post all day and they was accepting certain posts. So I said, well, why you not accepting my posts? So I just said, fuck them, and I left the group. So my man, Chuck, who was in one of the groups, he hit me up a couple weeks ago, and he sent me a link to this new group that it's a new group that he runs. So check the description down below, and join the group. If you a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, join the group. All right, so the link is down in the description. All right. Y'all see the thumbnail, man. The Ryan Smiths, man. This motherfucker was slipping and sliding all day. I mean, this motherfucker, you would think he was on the damn Dancing with the Stars, man, as much as he was fucking dancing out there. Julio had this motherfucker dancing. Slide to the right, slide to the left, slide to the back. He was playing 10 yards off, still getting fucked up. All game. Now, I know he ain't supposed to be out there against Julio. But who else do we have to counter Julio? Brent Grimes, they had him on like the left side a lot yesterday. So, they move Julio around. They have him in the slot, outside, you know what I'm saying? So they have him in the backfield, at times. So, they didn't really adjust well. But Mike Smith is like, well, he didn't have nobody else to go to. McCain can't stick him. We are very, very short on cornerbacks. Vernon Hargreaves, he out. I wouldn't expect for him to stick him either. But Vernon Hargreaves got fucked up last year at home against Julio. But the cornerbacks been struggling all year. Brent Grimes been struggling. I know people like him, but facts are facts. He was better last year. This year he been struggling. In the games that he has played, he has struggled. He ain't Brent Grimes. Like he just there right now. They didn't really make the necessary adjustments or the moves prior to the season. Like they went with Vernon Hargreaves and Brent Grimes. They went out late and got McCain. Because they know Ryan Smith ain't. That's like the 4th, 5th corner right there. Ryan Smith is like the 4th, 5th corner. He was a safety last year, so like they moved him back to cornerback. So he really wasn't. He ain't really supposed to be out there against Julio. But when yesterday it was just a very, very bad sight to see because he struggled real bad, and I felt bad for him. We had to sit through and watch this shit for 60 minutes. We had to watch that shit the whole game. Julio was breaking that boy ankles. Julio was doing all types of moves, and Smith could not fuck with him, man. Brent Grimes was on Julio too, but they was playing more zone than anything. Brent Grimes let him go. It was a couple plays he just let him, just ride free. On that first touchdown, Brent was gonna go follow Julio, and Levante told him, "Stay where you at." But Matt Ryan was on that side, so Julio was in a slot. So McCain is over there. McCain let Julio go right by him and pretty much said, well, we're going to let a rookie safety, Justin Evans, cover Julio. I didn't understand that shit. That shit didn't make no fucking sense to me. I was sitting there, you can watch my live stream, man. I was sitting there losing my fucking mind. The cornerbacks been in a weak spot this year. Very, very weak spot. I don't even think that when Joe Hayden got released, they didn't even call him. I know he was going to go to Pittsburgh. It was obvious that he was going to go to Pittsburgh. But the Buccaneers should have made a call. They could have did something. Instead of keep putting Ryan Smith out there. Because he's like the 4th corner. They made the 5th corner on the team. And they had him out there against Julio Jones, who's an all-pro wide receiver. Mike Smith could, he going to just, they got to roll with, the guys they have. But they could have did something better. Because Julio was quiet damn near all season. Until they played Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay just does that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me check these comments. Will Smith without blame for yesterday. Both of them. Ryan and Mike Smith. Ryan Smith looked like he had on fucking ballerina shoes or something. Like this nigga had on flats yesterday, man. Ryan Smith had on flats yesterday. Yo, he was out there slipping and sliding, bruh. I don't know if it was his cleats or what, but he was out there struggling. And that shit was pissing me off. I think next year they're going to have to address the cornerbacks. Because they can't keep these same guys that they have. You know, like, Jason Light should have made a call to Joe Hayden. That's just my opinion. I think he should have called him up. But like when Joe got released, he went straight to Pittsburgh. Like it wasn't even no hesitation with him. Like as soon as he got cut, he got on a jet or he caught the bus, whatever. You know, Pittsburgh ain't far from Ohio, so you know, like he just went right over there and he signed that contract. But Jason Light should have. Hold on, man. You know, you might want to weigh your options, bro. Like, you know, call him up. You know, Pittsburgh is a better team, but you know, he still could have made a move for him. Vontae Davis. They got to get some cornerbacks. I like Vernon Hargreaves a lot, man. Keep him in the slot. But they need some outside corners. Brent Grimes, he ain't no young dude anymore. So they got a lot of decisions to make. If they want to bring you back for another year. But they can't go with Ryan Smith unless he changes cleats and step his game up. Because it's going to be the same shit next year, too. That shit was pathetic. Ridiculous. Disrespectful. Cornerbacks in the draft. I'm not even too hyped about the cornerbacks in next year's draft. I'm sure they good players. McFadden from Florida State. He about 6'2". Marshall from USC. Jordan Thomas. I've seen enough of Jordan Thomas this year. He looked bad this year. He got talent, but he just looked bad this year. Any Alabama cornerbacks, they got about 3-4 of them coming out next year. But they need to address it. Get Patrick Peterson. Trade the first round pick, get Pat Peter in there. Or something. They have to do something, man. Unless y'all want to keep seeing Ryan Smith every fucking week, we in trouble. We in fucking trouble, y'all. My man said he on church shoes. He on Sunday shoes. That's crazy. Should Glazers hire a president to run team football guy like Bill? Bill Polian, nah, he won't. They need to do something. Cause this shit is crazy. They need to get somebody in there, man. Tell you the defense is gonna have to be addressed anyway in the offseason. The defensive end spot and the cornerback spot. They need some corners. Bad. I mean, if people gonna question me on that, Watch the game from yesterday. All you gotta do is watch the game from yesterday. Watch it again. If you seen it one time, watch that shit again. But yeah, they're gonna have to get some dudes in there. Trade somebody free agency, man. Vontae Davis. Somebody, bruh. He said, right. We need to get some defensive coordinator. They saying that Ty Monken will be going to Mississippi State. But like we like, what did he really do? He wasn't calling the plays, so like, like what is he here for? They gotta get a new off a new offensive coordinator and a new defensive coordinator too. They need to do both. Now, if Dirk come back next year, that's fine, but he shouldn't call the plays, yo. He should not call the plays. But they need to upgrade a whole lot of positions. But the cornerback is the main one that I'm focused on. Defensive end and cornerback, they're like number one right now. So with the first pick in the draft, they could go DN. I'm alright with that, but their second round pick better be a goddamn cornerback. That's why last year during the draft, I'm like, man, they should have got Tease Tabor and paired them up with Vernon Hargreaves like they was back in Florida. They should have did that, but they went and got Justin Evans. I'm like, man, like they should have went and got Tease Tabor, man, because you need cornerbacks. You need good cornerbacks. Shit was crazy, man. Bucks should just play Griffin since this one will be back anyways. Just to see if he could be a backup. Bucks have an identity. That's why you see a different team every damn week. We have a collection of talent and no direction and leadership. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. As when it comes to the quarterback situation, one, I don't want to see Jameis back this year. They got 5 games left. They pretty much out the playoffs now. Sit him, man. What's the point of him playing this year? Pass some stats, cause they not winning no more games. They're not winning no more games. They don't have no fire, man. They have no fire at all. The only guy that be really, I mean, that really be showing fire is Jameis, man. Cause Jameis want to win. I don't know about the rest of them guys, but they just don't be. They need some toughness, man. They need somebody to talk that shit. Show some anger, compassion, something. Somebody got to show something, man. I just don't be seeing it, man. I don't know if they do it in the locker room or what, but like on the football field, it's just blah, man. But yeah, they need to get a defensive end first, and then a cornerback second. and then they could do whatever they want after that. It's something that they did 2 years ago when they got Vernon Hargraves and then they got Noah Spence. They need to do that again. They need to go defensive end this time and then get cornerback. So like we'll see. We'll see how everything turn out. You know, we just gotta see how everything turn out with them. I mean, like people give Sherman a whole lot of crap, but he's a great player. And Seattle got him in the 5th round. He's a 5th round draft choice. I wish Tampa Bay was that lucky, man, for them to find guys like that in the 4th or 5th round, and they just become all pros like that. Patrick Peterson, he was a 1st round pick. He was a top 5 pick. We got Vernon Hargraves in the top 10, but they need to get another one in there because Brent Grimes, he's pretty much on his way out. You know, like let's face it, he's on his way out. So we just gotta get somebody else in there, yo. I don't know who, but somebody. They should have got one of them cornerbacks this past draft. They should have got one of them dudes, yo. They had Tease Tabor right there. They had him right there, man. And they went with Justin Evans, yo. The way the Packers looked last night, that's gimme game now. We need that from the coaches. What are you talking about? It rubs off on the players you are, what your coaches are. We should tank so we can trade back a couple picks because nobody really needs it. In the top 10. Well, you could say that to Cleveland. Cleveland got Miles. You know, they got Myles Garrett. You know, he's been hurt. But he's a good talent. Solomon Thomas, Jonathan Allen, like these were top 20 guys last year. Tampa need to do the same. Tampa need to go to the end. You know, I don't want to keep doing free agency no more, man. You know, it's not really working out with them. The last big guy they got was Michael Johnson, and that failed. Unless y'all want to keep getting defensive ends in free agency, you know, nah. I want to see them draft well. Build, do the draft. And then get a couple free agents here and there, but build, do the draft. Yeah, I caught some flack from my previous In the Dark video about them tanking. You know, but they're already done. So right now, it really doesn't matter if they tank or not. You know, like the season is done. So they can win 2 more games. That's cool on the record, but they pretty much done. So right now they're gonna have at least a top 10 pick, maybe a top 12 pick. So we'll see how they work. Like we'll see how they do that, man. Like we'll see how they draft. But man, they had so many talented corners this past draft. Sidney Jones was, like he was a top 15 guy before he got hurt. Um, they had some good corners, man. Look what the Eagles did. The Eagles went out and traded Jordan Matthews and got my man Ronald Darby. Ronald Darby been playing real good. He just came back from his injury, but he been playing pretty good with the Eagles. You tell me, like Tampa Bay can't do that? Get a guy like Ronald Darby? Shit, that should be making you think, man. Look at Ryan Smith. Look at this motherfucker. He's slipping again. I just don't trust his stat. Last game just did it for me when I went back and watched it. So many missed opportunities. I couldn't take a loss, but it's the way they busted up. Yeah, I know. I know. They, they play so bad. Yesterday was crazy, man. Yeah, yesterday game was crazy. Yesterday game was crazy, man. But yeah, they're gonna have to do something well. I don't know if Jason Light gonna get fired or not, but like whoever the GM is next year, they gotta make some great moves. Make some great moves, y'all. Get Chris Conte off the team. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get together with my boys from Baltimore. We're gonna try to do like a draft show, but I don't know how everything gonna turn out with that. Uh, but like hopefully we do something next year before the draft. We'll try to do a mock draft show or something. Man, we gotta do something. Seahawks got that Shaquille Griffin guy, and he was a late pick, and he's a cornerback. I don't understand why guys. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, like it be the guys like him. You know, it all comes down to making the right pick. Cause look, most of these guys have talent. Most of these guys have talent, but they just gotta make the right call. The scouting is key. That shit is key, y'all. So I don't know, man. Yeah, see, I don't know. You still need. I don't even look, man. I don't even know anymore. To be honest with you, like, because this team should be better than 4-7. On paper, they should be better than 4-7. But they've been struggling like a motherfucker this year. But it's very hard to draft the right guy. You know, do you know how many first round NFL busts there have been in the past 10 years? I'm sure it's been more bust than good players. You know what I mean? Like, look at RG3. You know, it's like a big ass list. And Tampa gotta be better, man, when it comes to the drafting. Cause they've been missing more than, like hitting. They've been missing way more than hitting now. No, like Noah Spence. Like fans wanted Noah Spence, and they got him in the second round. But he been injured. He got talent, but he just been injured. So I don't know. This Bucks draft was good talent wise, but did we get guys we needed, or did we just got best player available? We've hit, but not in key spots. Hitting. We're gonna be bad next year again. It's gonna take 2 more years to be elite. Yeah, that's the whole thing, man. I don't wanna. I'm just tired of waiting. I'm just tired of tired of doing videos all the time like this when I should be making more positive videos than videos like this where it's still the season, it's still going on, and I'm talking about the draft. That's how bad shit is now, where the season is going on, but I'm talking about the draft. That sucks, man. Um, they did get. They did have a good draft. OJ Howard, when they use him, has been all right. Kendall Beckwith was a good pick. Justin Evans, he been starting a lot of games this year. They need to get Godwin involved. Next year, they got to do the same thing. They got to do the same thing next year. What's going on, AR-10? Um, Looking back at Hard Knocks, guys were saying they didn't like Bucks' approach. Seems like they were happy catching rather than wanting to win big. Yeah, I can see that. They really, really drink their own Kool-Aid. And I'm sure we all were drinking that Kool-Aid, man. Wait, hold up. Rocky, I don't see your comments unless you're blocked on here. And I don't know why. I cannot see your comments. I don't know if you were blocked or what. You can't be blocked because you was on there the other day, so I don't know. Yeah, it's just been a real bad, fucked up year. Yeah, yeah, that was another thing that I'm probably gonna talk about during the off season. Um, hold on, yo, hold on, time out, yo, cause I don't know if I blocked you in here. It's impossible that I blocked you in here. I just don't see your damn comments. Yo, I did not block you, yo. How the hell would I block you in here? Like, this, yeah, Jeremy McNichols was, yeah, he. Remember, fans was like, he could be the next Doug Martin. I'm like, hold on now, like, yeah, he didn't last long. He didn't even know the fucking playbook. That boy struggled real bad. He struggled real bad. That boy struggled real bad, yo. The story was making the playoffs and not making the Super Bowl. Kamara would have been nice, but we needed a safety bad. Wait, Kamara was second round pick, right? Third round pick. Yeah, I don't think they value running back that much because I recall during the off season, Jason Light was like, you know, Doug Warner is going to be our guy, and I remember him saying that shit. So I was like, you know, they had the Joe Mixons, Kamara, P. Ryan, um, Hunt, but you know, Hunt was like what, like a fourth, fifth round or whatever. So you know, it's like it's like hit and miss, man. It's just hit and miss. But this weak ass offense, they wouldn't have used him the right way. I don't think Kamara would have flourished or Joe Mixon because they don't even value running backs, man. Dirk want to throw the ball. Dirk wants to throw the ball. I gotta figure out how to unblock people, man. I don't know how Rocky block. What are you saying, Rocky? Like, but they got a lot of shit to handle during the offseason, yo. So it's gonna be like a lot of players gone. You might see guys like Adam Humphries might be gone. Brent Grimes might be gone. TJ Ward might be gone. You might see Gerald might be gone. I don't know. It was some good running backs too. Mixon just went off last Sunday. Crazy how we ended up with the worst one last drive. It's way too late to get one. Yeah, but you know everybody wanted Dalvin. Everybody wanted Dalvin Cook. A lot of Bucks fans wanted Dalvin Cook. He was right there too, but they went with OJ. Don't ask me why, but what would he say? I was saying how Light been missing more than hitting in the draft. Also, what they gonna do about corner? It's gonna take them another 2-3 years for them to be decent. So I'm not even excited for next year. I don't see your comments, man. Uh, well, shit. You watched that Minnesota game. What the fuck he do against our Bucks in that game? He went the fuck off on us, man. Dalvin Cook was making the man. He made Levante look. Man, he juked Levante out his goddamn cleats, man. Cause I think Dalvin wanted to come to Tampa, yo, but they passed on him. They needed. I mean, like they needed it. That's the whole thing. Like if they would have got Dalvin Cook, I think Doug Martin and Charles Sims would have been gone. They would have been gone. Kamara having a good year. Hunt started off hot, but now he cooled off. Joe Mixon is my guy from Oklahoma, so I already know what Joe could do. He just had he had the off the field incident, so I know, that's what I was saying. Like, first of all, they weren't going to use him. Like with the Vikings, he was getting 20 plus 25 carries. Whatever carries he was getting, he was putting in work. The O-line we have they not cutting it at all. So we don't know what he could have done. But it probably been the same shit that Doug Martin is going through. And I've been saying this shit since last season. Every time Doug Martin every time he touched the ball, it's somebody right in his face. Every time. You can't be effective and you keep getting these 1 or 2 yard carries. And the yards and the yards he do get, he gotta earn them bitches, man. He be out there, he gotta juke a motherfucker, he gotta break a tackle, because it's always somebody right in his face. And the fans was hype as shit when Peyton Barber had them 4 or 5 carries and he had like 30 yards. I'm like, okay, like, y'all fucking hype as shit because you just hit the hole. But most of the time they gotta struggle. They out there struggling to get these fucking yards. They out there struggling. They out there struggling just to get 5 yard carries. When's the last time we had a 20 yard carry? I can't fucking remember. Said Cook was mad at us when I drafted him, I believe, though, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure he had something against them when they passed on him. But Jason Light, they had OJ Howard real high up on the board, so what the hell can you do? Let me check Rocket comments. Man, look, man, everybody gonna be going. The players, I'm pretty sure Grimes is going. Uh, look for Humphreys to be on his way out because they gotta pay Godwin. I'm pretty sure Deshaun is gonna stay. James not going anywhere. They have to beef up the O line. They need some bodies on the O line. The fucking D line need to be revamped, especially at defensive end. Defensive end there's just no pass rush at all. I mean, like Matt Ryan had all day to pass yesterday. No pass rush, no good corners, and that's just a bad recipe. Y'all can't rush the passer, and you're giving them time to pass. Like, you know what I mean? And the corners cannot cover. They cannot cover, yo. I believe Dawson has been their best offensive lineman this year, if I'm not mistaken. We need a north-south type of running back. They have some good running backs this year coming out. Without looking, Nick Chubb from Georgia. They got Ronald Jones from USC. Let me think. They have a whole lot of good running backs coming out this year. They have a whole lot of good running backs. But I just don't know who the hell. First, like, we gotta see who's coming out, and then like we could just project and whatever. So right now, Tampa Bay staring at the top 10 pick. It was so bad they even let Sanu throw a pass. I hated that. Oh yeah, it was. Man, like that was probably the worst play. Besides the drive after the Grimes well, like when Ward fumbled the ball and Grimes returned it back, that drive and like that last like 3-4 plays on that drive was just like that drive after they got that turnover was just terrible. And they moved the ball all the way down there and they can't get 2 yards. That shit and that Sanu pass and Ryan Smith slipping, I was just done after that. I was just fucking done after that. That drive right there, cause they was, it was a close game at that point. It was 27-20. And they can't get 2 yards. And Dirk was greedy. Like Dirk should have kicked the field goal. But then again, he probably like, well, we ain't been stopping these bitches all game, so let's just go for it. Like, but y'all can't get 2 yards. All they needed was 1 yard. It was 4th and 1. No, matter of fact, it was the second down play. That shit went to Deshaun. That shit was the overthrow. The third down play was that Humphreys when he ran that 1 yard route, and he went nowhere. Why was you running a route that it wasn't going to generate no first down? He just ran it and he was stopped. Like, and I was like, bro, what the fuck is they calling? And then he forced that past the Cameron Brake on 4th and 1. And I'm like, where was Mike Evans at? Where was OJ Howard at? Are you telling me Peyton Barber couldn't get that 1 yard? or you can't quarterback sneak it. Woo! They ran a 1 yard route. They ran a 1 yard route, and Humphreys was stopped automatically. Like he didn't he didn't get no yards in that. I mean, at least use Jaquiz. Quiz is tough, man. Like Quiz would have got that 1 yard. They can't even do that. So I don't know, man. Uh, who who do you want? I think the next head coach, offensive coordinator. Uh, the next head coach. I don't know. The next head coach, offensive coordinator. Man, I don't know, but I don't want no recycled motherfuckers either, man. It's a whole lot of recycling going on. It's coaches that got fired and they get rehired just like that. I don't want no parts of that shit. So I don't know. Mm, 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 mm. The next head coach, man, I don't know, man. I just hope it's somebody good. You know, somebody that's going to bring some toughness in here, man. Somebody, man. And somebody that's not going to be calling the plays. Leave that shit to the offensive coordinator, man. Leave that shit to the OC, because you can't do both. You can't do both, yo. You can't do both, yo. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like he should have. All right, like that second down and two when he overthrew to Sean. I was okay with that, but that third down play, they should have ran it. But they was too busy trying to be cute out there. Humphreys ran a 1 yard route. They called timeout and then they came out with that shit. Yeah, like if you watch that game, Julio ran different routes. I mean, they had him in the slot, they had him outside. He was running different shit. Tampa Bay, they just run the same shit. They just run the same fucking routes. They don't, they're not creative enough. Matt Ryan play action was crazy, and they rolled him out plenty of times. He fucked Levante head up on one of them Jones. It wasn't even a. He ran a 1 yard route, yo. Shit was terrible. He didn't even get a yard on that. Terrible ass play call. How concerned are you about Mike Evans? Seems he's very one-dimensional. Mike. Yeah, Mike. He hasn't really. Um, Mike. Mike been struggling. Mike been really struggling this year. But am I concerned? No, I'm not concerned. But it seemed like he didn't really. He's not really standing out this year. The previous 3 years, he been a threat. This year, he's not really. I mean, like he hasn't really stood out this year. Look what Antonio Brown is doing. Motherfucker 5'10". He probably not even 5'10". He probably 5'9" at the most. My man is little, man. And putting in work. Julio put in work yesterday. But Mike has an advantage over all the cornerbacks, safeties, linebackers. He has a height advantage. And they don't even use him. They don't even use his height advantage. How many times have you seen him lob it up to Mike Evans? Lob it up. And let him go get it. He's 6'5". That I don't understand. Somebody gotta let me know, like, you got OJ Howard and Mike Evans, and they don't even lob it up to him. And they got a height advantage over these dudes, man. Cornerbacks are 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot. Mike is 6'5". Lob it up. Cause we don't have no run game. Ain't nobody taking that play action serious, man. We don't have no run game. They're not fooled by that. Grimes was on him. Grimes was on Julio. Not the whole game. Cause they had Grimes on like the left side damn near the whole game. So like he was lined up against some plays, but not the entire game. Cause they moved Julio around so much. But Grimes should have been on him. Like on them 2 touchdowns, he wasn't on them. The first touchdown, Grimes was gonna go with Julio, and then Devontae told him to stay where he was at. Next thing I know, Sanu throwing the ball up, and fuck Julio's catching that motherfucker. Terrible, right? I don't understand it. Should they keep Baker and TJ Ward? Baker and TJ Ward, I wouldn't mind TJ Ward coming back and teaming with Justin Evans. TJ Ward, he's a vet, but I don't think TJ because like they got him so late in the off season. I don't think he really know everything. They just signed him up and just do him in there. Because TJ hasn't really made no impact yet. Uh, Vernon would have got Vernon. Vernon would have got fucked up. I don't think that many corners would have fared well against Julio. As well as you played yesterday, I don't think that many corners would have. I really would have played him that good. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't know about 250, but like Vernon would have played him all right, but like he would have been in that slot though. So like we don't know if he would have seen him as much. That's why Ryan Smith or Grimes would have had him. You know. But yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out what the hell is going on with my live stream because Rocky said, Rocky is hitting me up on Messenger right now. He's saying I blocked him, but I don't know how the fuck I blocked him. So I'm gonna try to figure that out. But as far as Chris Baker go, I wouldn't mind letting him go. But they need some beef up there too. But he ain't really been. He ain't really been standing out like that. So I don't know. We gotta wait and see what happens though. So next week, they play Green Bay in Lambeau. So we'll see how everything turn out. They got some good wide receivers in Green Bay. So I would hope Vernon Hargreaves is back, but I don't know. Like them hamstrings is crazy. So we're gonna see more Ryan Smith this week against Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb and all them. So they got their work cut out for them. Well, if they get hardball, that'd be fine. I'd be cool with it. But they might they're gonna get some toughness. I know that for a fact. Harbaugh is tough, man. He's a tough coach. He's a tough coach. Yeah, he already lost 3 of them already. But shit, they been losing to them for a minute. This is before Harbaugh got there. Oh, Ohio State been winning damn near every year. Michigan win here and there, but they've been beating them like crazy. Like the last decade, Ohio State been beating them. So yeah, I'm about to end this live stream. I just wanted to shoot the breeze with y'all about the cornerbacks. Make sure y'all check out the description for that Facebook group. It's a good group. It's about 140 something members in it now. And like they new, so like they got good stuff in there, good posts in there. So check that group out, man, and just shout me out when shout me out when you get in that group, man. But yeah, man. This week they got Green Bay. It's it's gonna be a tough game. So I hope they're ready for it. They should be ready for it. So, but yeah, let me get off this, John. Shout out to everybody that was on the live stream, comment and shit like that. Shout out to Rocky, man. I'm gonna try to find out what's going on with your comments. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good rest of the week. NFL pick, I'm probably gonna be on probably on probably on Wednesday. So so yeah, so but I'm off this, John. Y'all have a good rest of the week, man. Deuces.